This relates to a great question that we have from the comments. This, again, comes from Jasvir Sidhu. He asks, how do we integrate that education and learning into the workplace without disrupting things like deadlines and productivity, things like that?
Well, there's no chance you're not going to disrupt everything. I mean, isn't that what happened when Henry Ford showed up? When Henry Ford showed up, there were 2,300 car companies in the United States. Think about that.
Wow.
He killed them all. Because here he was selling $600 cars and his competitors were selling $3,000 cars. Boom, they were all gone. Henry Ford was not a hero to the people who ran 2,300 car companies. And so the same thing is true. If you look at what does a newsroom look like, go look at all the President's Men or even Spotlight. The newspaper used to be organized a certain way. But when you take away the paper and you take away the need for everyone to be in the same building, what does a newspaper look like today? I think it looks a lot like what we're doing right now.
Right.
So all of a sudden people say, well, you've disrupted everything. And I'm like, yeah, we have.
Do you get called upon by companies to help them to innovate their way out of a box? Like you were mentioning, newspaper companies and traditional publishing companies are having a hard time making this digital jump. And so I see you out there saying, hey guys, this is the problem. Everybody wake up. Do they call you in and say, hey, help us out, Seth?
Well, I don't do any consulting at all.
Okay.
I never have. And the reason is I would think if I took someone's money, I'd better be able to solve their problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I can solve their problem. I think I can describe the problem. I think I can tell them how I would solve the problem, but it's up to them to solve it. So instead, I spoke to the Newspaper Publishers of America 22 years ago, and I described in detail how they were all going to disappear. And I didn't do it to be mean to them. I did it to them with them because it wasn't too late. And I'm not always successful because what we know from the innovator's dilemma is that successful companies are usually the last ones to do giant leaps forward.
Right.
Because they don't want to give up what they already got. And by the time they don't have it anymore, it's too late.